I have a couple projects that I want to work on this week. Now it is Thursday, so it might be a week and a half, or maybe I'll just end it next Thursday. Who knows? But I want to show you guys the projects that I want to work on, and then I think I'm gonna cast on one or two more because why not? Why not? I have my 𝖼🢃 I made one already this summer. I made this for my mom. It's got like short rows in the back and it's just cute. It's very, very long. Mine is gonna be cropped. I'm very excited. It's gonna have a little tie front. I think this is what I'm gonna work on today. I need to work on the armholes. I need to do the pockets, but I really don't want to, like, at all. But the armholes will be done. I might do the double knit band today as well, because I'm pretty sure the armholes will be like wham bam real fast. Hopefully. We'll see. So I think that's what I'll do. And then the reason that I want to hold off on the pockets is because this, along with something else that I'm making, is a buddy knit. This one is with my friend Naomi, and she's making the pockets right now, and she thinks that maybe she found a better way to do it, which would be lovely because these are so tiny. These are so little, and if you put, like, do you see how it flares out? It's not great. It's truly not great. I kind of want to sew it in, but I'll see. I'll talk to my mom before I ship it out and see if that's what she wants. I did also really stretch this in blocking because they were so short. So here's hoping I don't have the same mistake. I know that I left more, or I gave myself more length for this one. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So I'm gonna work on the armholes of that today. I am doing a buddy knit with Jack from Jack in the Attic, and I'm so freaking excited. I'm knitting the 𝖼🢃 cardigan. I'll put links in the description of like the patterns that I'm making. I'm done with the body. Jack's almost done with the body, and then in a couple days we'll start the sleeves. So while I wait for us to be on the same page, I'm gonna work on my vest, and then with the same yarn, which is, I think, yes, this is Cascade Woolpaca, which I have been loving for cables. Like, they block out so beautifully, and it's so soft. With this same yarn, I want to make my grandma a couple of cabled headbands because she requested them for her birthday, and I never say no to my grandma. So I want to do that. I think that those will be pretty fast. I was thinking either 2 or 3, and I wrote down a couple of color options for her. So we'll see. I think that could be cute. So that's what I want to cast on. I don't know if I'm actually going to be doing this, but I do want to cast on my Cuff Club Volume 2 socks for September. I wasn't feeling super inspired by the September pattern that she released. So I think what I'll do is use the August cable chart, because I use the August color chart for my socks that I am wearing right now. One sec, I gotta show you. They're so cute. Eee! I don't know if you can see them. These socks, very cute. But she came out with a cable chart in August as well, and I didn't really want to do cables with color work, so I might just do that. I don't know, there's a lot I want to do, so I'm going to get to work on this vest and keep you guys posted.
still got a little bit of light. We can keep going. There is.
Okay, hi. It's actually been a very productive day, which makes me so happy. I did, I think, yeah, I'd say like half of the double knit band, which is looking good. Yeah, still have like most of the back and the rest of this part. I did both armholes, which is very exciting. I did a different type of bind off. So I don't know if you can tell on this one and then also on the hem of this vest. Not sure how to show you the hem of the vest. I did a knotted knit two together bind off, and I like how it turned out. I feel like, I don't know, it's very different from what I'm used to. I am hoping to finish the button band maybe tomorrow during work or after work. It's actually quite fun. Now, when it comes to these pockets, so my friend has not come up with a magical solution that fixes them. And I just don't want them to be bulky. I really, really don't. And everything is laying like so nice and flat right now that I just like don't want to mess with it. I'm not too concerned about it. It's a problem for a different day. I think what I'm gonna do is finish this button band and then go ahead and oh, I still need to make the double knit tie for the front bit here, so I'll have to do that. I'll do that probably pretty quickly after, if not right after I'm done with the button band. And then I think I want to start making a couple cabled headbands for my grandma. I'll talk to her tomorrow and see if she wants them to be snug at all. I know that she does not like a standard, I don't know if it's standard, but like a compression headband. She's not into that. She wants it to be comfy, but she does want it to be a little snug. So I need to figure out what a little snug means to her. So I will hopefully work on that tomorrow. And yeah, I probably took footage of it. I went birding today for the first time. We went during like right before sunset or right at sunset. So we only got to be there for an hour, and AJ, my husband, he has been birding like quite some time now, and he has his like fancy camera and takes these pretty pictures, and I always love the outcome, but the act itself never seemed fun to me because I have to be quiet and I can't like do any intricate knitting and I just kind of stand there. So I thought it would be really, really freaking boring. False. Not boring at all. It was actually such a fun time. I got to see a great blue heron. An eagle allegedly flew over my head. I didn't really see him, so not counting that guy. But there were also a couple pelicans, and it was just so magical. And I'm so excited to go back. I'm actually really looking forward to like spring migration. And yeah, I want to have like a birding project that I'm working on, not a bird themed project, because I could not even work on like a double knit band, something that requires me to look down even momentarily. Doesn't cut it. It just doesn't cut it at all. So I would need to have a in the round stockinette project in the works so that we can go birding like either in the morning or right before sunset, sit for like 2 hours waiting to get the perfect shot or waiting to see the most beautiful bird. And I need a project where I can sit there for 2 hours and just knit and stare, you know, keep my eyes up and open looking for some birds. But also something that I can like drop and like pick up the binoculars, you know? So yeah, new mini hobby unlocked. That's pretty exciting for me. But yeah, I will catch up with y'all tomorrow. Bye. Hello. It has been a couple of days. It's Monday now. I barely knit over the weekend. I did finish the button band of this vest. And then today, I'd say about 30 or so minutes ago, I got a little ambitious and picked up for the pockets. And now I'm in a bit of a crisis mode. I don't know if you can see. We're just gonna, I don't know if I'm gonna figure that out today. I kind of want to, because I think it would be too stressful to like go to sleep with this being what's on my needles. So I'm gonna work on that. I know that it's just a little bizarre because this top part is like stitches facing the correct direction, and then this bottom part is upside down, so it's all just throwing me off. And I don't remember how I did it the first time. So I'm gonna figure that out. But the button band turned out super cute. I think what we decided to do for the pockets is instead of having I'll just show you guys the finished pocket that I have. If this ends up working, I will go back and alter my mom's pocket as well. But basically what we do is we knit a lining that looks just like the outside in cable, and then we have a stockinette row about 1 inch that is just tucked in to finish it off in a clean way. And instead of doing that, we're going to have a rib about 1 inch above the pocket, and we're hoping that that will help. I'm not sure if it will, but it can't look worse, right? So we'll see. I'm not entirely sure if that'll work, but I was planning on starting the rib today. It's just 1 inch, so if I can, if I can sort out this mess, I would like to. I would really like to. And then I also picked up and started working on one of my sleeves, which is very exciting for my cardigan. I'm very excited. I'm loving this cardigan. I think it's beautiful. And at first, I'm a little concerned that maybe my sleeve tension is tighter, but it looks the same. But for some reason, I'm like, I feel like I'm knitting tighter. I don't know. I honestly, I couldn't tell you. I might be, and that's fine, honestly. It's okay. It's all gonna be fine. It is faster for sure. It works up much nicer. Turns out, instead of 4 cable repeats of this, having just 1 does work up much faster. So I did the short rows yesterday, and then today I got almost 1 repeat. And I think I'm probably gonna leave this for now and work on the vest because I need to figure out what the heck is going on there. I think that's it in terms of things that I've been working on. Now, I did go down a rabbit hole of things that I want to make in the future, which is always so freaking dangerous because I'm like, I just want to cast on so many new projects. But I already have so much like in the queue that needs to happen. I need to make the cabled headbands for my grandma. I want to finish this vest for sure, and I'm so close. I think that the pockets will not take long. So I think I'll be able to finish maybe this week. And then the vest, or rather the cardigan, I don't think that we have like a set deadline for that, but I do want it done maybe before the end of the month, which is about a week. I don't know. I don't know if I can do all that, but I was looking at a bunch of different tapestry, like crochet tapestries, and I found an X-Files one, and I really want to make it. It's just, and I want to believe one, and I feel like that would look very cute on the wall. I'm glad that there's a review of it because that is just a drawing. And this is how it looks actually worked up, and I think that's so pretty. It's beautiful. So that's my little rabbit hole. I might do that this year, maybe. I have so many things that need to get done, and I still need to start and finish my Halloween costume. So truly, who knows? I think I'm going to focus on the vest tonight, and then we'll see how far I get. For the second pocket, I will absolutely be picking up with my needle before removing the yarn, instead of just like ripping the yarn out and being like, oh, we'll see what happens. So yeah, wish me luck, because working like upside down on the bottom part of a pocket is confusing. It is so confusing. All right, maybe you gotta get over here. Okay, is the thing plugged? Yes, it is. Okay, it is Tuesday. Pockets are done. They just need to be seamed. I am super excited because I think that the ribbed idea of the pockets, I don't know if we talked about this already yesterday. Basically, Naomi, my friend, who is also making this vest, she recommended that maybe we do a rib cuff type of vibe instead of tucking in a stockinette. It's definitely less bulky. Obviously, like, everything needs to be sewn in, so there's that. Still need to make the double knit, I don't know what it's called, the little like tie in the front. So I'm gonna do that tonight. And then I think I'm also going to cast on a cable headband for my grandma. Plan for tonight is gonna be to sew all the pocket stuff, do all the seaming there, make the double knit tie, and then cast on a cable knit headband for my grandma. And we'll see how far I get. That's about all that I worked on. But I am about to go out with some friends, and today it was raining, so I got to wear my Luma pullover, and I feel happy. I mean, that's just right, you know? It feels good to be able to finally wear my sweaters, because it's been warm for way too long. But yeah, I'm very happy with the progress that I made today. It was kind of a slow day at work, but it's been good. I'm very happy. So I will catch up with you guys probably tomorrow, maybe tonight. We'll see. All right, bye. I've done it. I have finished my little cardigan and I'm so freaking excited. I do think that it'll relax quite a bit because the pockets are a little high, but oh my God, these pockets are so much better. Like so much better. Love how flat they're laying compared to this absolute monstrosity, which I'm going to FaceTime my mom as soon as I'm done recording this because these pockets, that's not it. That is just not it. I don't like the way that the pockets are written in the pattern, which is such a bummer because I actually think that there is potential for the pocket to look very beautiful without ribbing. I just don't know how. And the way that it's done in the pattern leads to a very aerated pocket. It's just not it. So I'm going to remove the stockinette bit of this and add some ribbing going back and forth. I'm going to use just attach new yarn and go from there and reblock this. I think I'm going to do like 1.5 inches or 2 inches versus the like 1 inch that I have on this vest for myself, just because this is a longer vest and I just think it looks so damn silly with its teeny tiny pockets. So I'll be fixing that. She's done. Yesterday I did end up finishing sewing the pockets, so that was nice, but I did have to also do the double knit tie. So I worked on that a little bit last night and today, and I also started a cabled headband for my grandma. It's a super simple 8-row repeat and I am honestly obsessed with it. I think it's so freaking pretty. Like, that's beautiful. I'm so excited. I love it. This is using, I want to say Cascade 128, whatever the like Aran weight yarn of Cascade is. I'm sure they have several. This is one of them. I don't know. It was in my stash. I just had it. So there's that. I'm very excited. It's super simple. It kind of works up as, for some reason it just makes me think of like a blanket swatch. I probably would never swatch for a blanket, but that is how this makes me feel, just because it's just so little and tiny and cute. It does feel a bit wide. I assume that it's going to be even wider once blocked for a headband, but I know that my grandma just likes to have her little ears warm, her head warm, so I'm hoping that she will get some use out of this. I am still planning on making one out of this yarn. I just genuinely, I could not stand looking at beige anymore, so I needed some color in my life, and that came in navy blue. I did give her 2 options. Not gonna lie, a little sad that she did not pick the light blue option because I think this is so cute. Missed opportunity there, but it is super cute. I have so many things that I want to do still this week, and I just don't know when I'm going to do it. I'm going to remove this because it's quite warm. I know tonight for sure I will be blocking. I haven't had something on my blocking mats in like way too long, so I'm very excited. I did not expect to have a finished object in this vlog, so that makes me happy. I am excited to see the cables block because I've done this before. I kind of know what to expect with the cables blocking. I am very excited to see what the knotted knit 2 together looks like because I've never done that and I think it's super cute. So here's hoping that that actually turns out great. So that is going to be blocked today. I need to rework these. I want to make my grandma 3 headbands, so we shall see which ones I'm going to make. I'm not entirely certain which yarns I'm going to use for the gray one. She did say she wants a gray one, so I could use this thick and thin yarn, but honestly, Nora's just kind of pissing me off, so I don't know if I want to do this yarn. I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I'm not too concerned about it right now, but I've got the blue, I've got the yarn for the beige one. It's just going to be this one again, but I am excited to do a couple different like cabling options, so that'll be fun. This one, super easy. I love something super easy, so I'm having a jolly time doing that. I also, okay, I remember that I didn't do the Cuff Club Volume 2 socks for September yet. It is the 24th of September, so time is ticking. What am I doing? We'll see. I don't really know. But I'm also, I don't know if I've talked to you guys about the blanket that I'm making my friend. She really wants like an ultra jumbo blanket. So I got her some cotton tubing yarn. Well, I got myself the cotton tubing yarn so I could make the blanket. And it's basically like, I feel like this was popular a couple years ago. I still sort of see them around sometimes, especially like in the mall as decor for some shops, where it's usually made out of roving yarn. But I knew I didn't want to go that route. I've had blankets with roving yarn. I read a bunch of like Reddit threads on what yarn is the best yarn to go for this. And I landed on cotton tubing yarn because it's machine washable, which was a big one for her because she's got a dog. So we got to make sure that she can chuck that 12-pound blanket into the washing machine, or at the very least, like, you know, not have to be super gentle with it. So that is coming in tomorrow. And I was like, okay, I don't need to have it done until like wedding day, which is late October. But at the same time, I was like, ooh, it could be cool if I had it done in like 2 days. Because it is going to be arm knitting. I've never done arm knitting, but I have looked it up and it looks pretty simple. I feel like once you do the setup row, the rest of it is kind of mindless. My one thing is I am concerned about Maeve. You've probably seen my little kitten in this video, but she is kind of a menace. So I am a little concerned that she's just going to like want to gobble up all the yarn. But here's hoping that she doesn't. I think my current plan is to just like lay it out on my dining table and do it that way and just keep the ball of yarn in the box that it comes in. Wish me luck. I hope that happens. But for now, gonna focus on my mom's vest, gonna block this vest, work on some headbands. And I think that is it. I think that's going to be it for this week. I don't want to like push myself too much, and then maybe next week I can work on some socks and keep working on the sleeves. I do think that I could potentially finish this sleeve and the other sleeve before October. So like in a week. Is that delusional? Maybe, because I also still need to do a button band. But maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I'm not concerned about it right now. We're not rushing on it, so I'm okay. But yeah, let's do some blocking, and I am just gonna have a chill evening working on some column cabling. So yay. And I'm gonna get out of this because I was not wearing a blouse with sweatpants, so I gotta get back in my pullover and have a comfy, cozy evening. Hi. Today's been probably one of the most chaotic days in like the last week, but it has still been productive. My vest is still being blocked, so is my grandma's headband, which turned out super cute. I actually really like this cable pattern and the way that it is being blocked. It's currently very, very damp. But it turned out super cute. I like quite a bit. I think what I'll do with the other two is just make sure that I'm knitting in different weights for whatever pattern I end up doing. And they're really simple patterns. Like, they have beautiful intricate cables, but they are simple at the end of the day. So I think that gauge doesn't matter as much as long as it like fits the head comfortably. That is like the big thing. And then the other project that I really wanted to take on today was fixing the pockets on my mom's vest. These pockets were so hellish. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. The first pocket that I unraveled, I accidentally unraveled the whole like cabled lining, so I had to redo all of that. And I have to say, after this and after making myself one, I'm like, yes, this is a gorgeous cable. Obviously, it's beautiful. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. I don't want to do it anymore. But I did redo the cable. I did it. It was fine. And I undid that little like stockinette fold. And then I decided that I would just unravel the second pocket and go from there so that I can, you know, if I have to redo the cable again, then it would not be a big deal, right? Wrong. Just when I thought things could not get worse. I could not for the life of me find any of the ends for the stockinette fold. I fully unraveled the cable fold lining that I had done, so I wasn't concerned about that. And then I just could not find the end. I couldn't find a loose end anywhere. There were no loose ends to be found. I wove this in like my life depended on it. So I decided, what's the worst that could happen? Let me just cut it, you know, because I can see with my eyes where this edge is. Nope. I cut, y'all, I cut a hole in the vest. So that was stressful. And it was like right at the beginning, I cut it, right? A hole was cut in the vest, and I was unraveling and thinking, this is going okay, this isn't horrible, until I realized that the whole vest was falling the fuck apart. So that was kind of stressful. But I did learn a new skill. I learned how to graft together. So that was not fun, actually, not fun at all. It was really stressful, but I did make it. This is also new as of today. My poor cat has to wear a little cone, so it's been a rough day for her too. Oh, the other thing is, I don't really want to move my cat, but this collar, I did add an elastic band to it. If you guys have ever done that, please let me know like how that works, because all I did was crochet a slip stitch around, and then I steam blocked the collar just to, careful, I steam blocked the collar just so that just so this bit was not like visible. At first I did a slip stitch like right where the fold was, but then it was giving me like a really sharp edge, so then I decided to do a slip stitch below. Except now that I'm feeling it, it seems to just want to fold where the slip stitch was done, and it kind of gives like an aggressive fold. I'm not like super jazzed about it, but I do like a snug neckline, and I feel more comfortable wearing it this way. I just don't know if I love the finish now. So if you guys have literally any tips, that would be wonderful. But I think I'm gonna end it here. We've made solid progress. I hope you've made solid progress on whatever the heck you're working on. Would love to know what you're working on while watching this, if anything. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!